Today on the podcast, I'm talking to my good friend and host of The Creative Imbalance, Sean Sirianni. Sean once thought that he was destined for the wrestling ring until a massive roid-head gorilla pressed him into a pickup truck filled with garden shovels. We dive into why he finally had to nuke every notification on his phone to escape the digital sludge of the modern world, and we also somehow end up talking about the time that he accidentally stumbled into a heartbed brothel in The Sims Online ran by an old lady. And that's what I love about catching up with friends on the podcast, is we cover so many things. Sean's word for this episode is burnout, and we get into why. But without any further delay, here is my conversation with Sean Sirianni.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, let's go.
What's up, buddy? Nice to see your handsome face today.
Good to see you too, buddy.
Loving the stash. That's kind of new.
Thanks. Yeah. I'm just leaving the stash now. It's the funniest thing, though. It's like, since I've left it like this, I'm now noticing every other white guy that just has a mustache. It's like one of those things when you're being advertised to, suddenly like you see it everywhere.
Yeah, you guys are like neurolinked or something. Maybe I should try it out. Maybe tonight I'll shave and just see, like, start hearing your thoughts and everything.
Yeah. That's so funny. I should write a bit about that, about how you instantly get neuralinked, or I finally got my letter in the mail that it's time to go to just the mustache.
I love it. There's such a good premise there. And yeah, speaking of, I'm loving all your stand-up clips you've been posting lately.
Oh, thanks, man.
It looks like you had one like really banger show recently that you've been chopping up and like sprinkling out there. Like everything
Yeah.
I watch, not just because you're my friend and everything, like I legitimately like watched the bit and laughed out loud every freaking time.
Nice.
So,
Hell yeah.
man, you're killing
Yeah,
it, man. I love to see it.
I did like when I opened for Jeremy Hotz, he had a videographer there, and I was just like, hey, like I slipped him some money, and I was like, can you record my set? Because I knew he was gonna have like good camera equipment and all this stuff.
Hell
So he
yeah.
recorded my set. So I was like, now I have this like nicely recorded in front of a good audience like set. And then
Yeah.
and then the other one that I've been posting is from The One Show, which is a new show that I co-produce with Sandra Battellini and Precious Chong. And it's like
Cool.
it's a weed room. So it's like we're going back to
Mhm.
the old school roots of like the underground comedy club style, smoking in a room, doing comedy. It's
Love
fun,
it.
man.
Yeah. And that underground was legendary here, which it doesn't exist anymore, right? It used to be
No, yeah, no, it
on
closed
Queen,
down.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. All because of COVID and the new like laws that changed the smoking indoors thing. Because before it was such a gray area where like
Yeah.
the cops would come by, but they're like, as long as no one's selling weed or anything like that, they're like, you guys aren't causing like a disturbance, so it's not like we need to do anything.
hmm
And so it was this weird gray area. But then as soon as weed became legalized, now it falls under the no smoking indoors, like, but it's a bylaw issue essentially.
Yeah. There used to be 1,000 like hookah places too that are no
Yeah.
longer exist. It was just a thing. You can go to like a room and just like hot box it basically, and yeah,
Yeah.
they just stopped that, unfortunately.
Fruity, whatever stuff that you're putting in there.
Yeah, yeah. I never knew what it was, but I loved it. Like I
Yeah.
just like smoke it to like the brim.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm, you know me, I'm not a smoker, but
Right.
every once in a while I will smoke, and I enjoy it so much
I
that
look
if
you
somebody
look
gives,
like a cigar guy. Like I feel like you would just light like a big cigar on like
yeah,
a celebration or something
yeah,
like.
once a year I'll get like a big cigar,
Yeah.
but it's like I will smoke that until like my face is like burnt, like it's hurting because I know I'm not gonna like smoke again. And there's just something
Right.
about it where I just enjoy it. Actually, I probably haven't had one in 2 years. And the last time I had a cigar, it was like the greatest day. It was at this backyard show. It's a place called Raven Grove, and if you're in the punk scene in Toronto, you know what it is. And sometimes what's funny is you'll see like an advertisement for it on like a lamppost or something, like just like a flyer, and it doesn't have the address. It just says Ask a Punk because it's kind
Oh,
of like they're not supposed to be doing this in their yard or whatever. But
okay.
yeah, if you're at a certain intersection, you hear loud music, you can pretty much find it. But I was just had like this big cigar that my dad gave me and I forgot about, and I'm just like, oh, this is like a little afternoon. We're outside. I'm gonna bring the cigar to the show. And I was just like watching live music all day, just smoking it, had beers, and yeah, one of your most recent guests, Joe Cash, played a set that day as
Yeah.
well too. It was just such a vibe. I was
That was
like,
such a good connect. Like, thank you for putting me in touch with him because we linked up right away and then just had like an awesome podcast. And I checked out some of his music, obviously, like before the interview, and I was like, this shit kicks ass.
oh
Like, I
yeah.
was like, this guy should be way bigger. Like, he needs
Hmm.
to get on as many podcasts as he can and keep putting out like hits because he has something, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely the spirit right now too. It's I don't know, he's I always call him a local legend because like a lot of people in Toronto know him, famous people know his name and stuff like that. But he is like such like DIY and almost like influenced by punk and hip hop roots too.
Yeah.
And this is like the first single where he's like, you know what, I should like really get out there. And I was kind of showing him like some behind the scenes stuff that I get from artists while doing my podcast with press releases.
Right.
And I'm like, Joe, these are like really simple to make. So his ladies, him and Sam, they built like this little package. And I'm like, oh, I'll send it out to like some people who make sense. And you were like one of the first people I thought of because
Nice.
not even because of like the genres or whatever. I just know you as two humans would just have like a great conversation knowing both of you. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's like a no-brainer that it would be like a fantastic episode. Like
I
I'm
was
not even
telling him.
surprised like it went well.
Yeah. No, that's great. I was
Yeah.
telling him too at the end. I was like, we should go. This is probably on the Patreon side of the episode, which I
Hmm.
started doing recently. We can. I should also introduce the podcast. This is my guest, Sean Sirianni. He's the host of the Creative Imbalance. It's good to have friends in the podcasting industry when you're like, shit, I need a guest on my show.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I am fly by the seat of my pants when it comes to booking. Sometimes it's just like, who do I want to talk to this week, and then I'll just like reach out to a bunch of people.
Yeah, you messaged me a couple hours ago. Today's
Yeah,
a perfect day for it. Like I worked all
awesome.
day, but like I just got home and it's like, yeah, a good time. And like I don't know, I feel like more than ever, like I feel so motivated to talk about the arts. Like there's like a little fire within me. Like specifically today, I
Yeah,
feel like the last couple weeks I had the biggest like burnout and I kind of was hibernating. I have some stuff recorded. I haven't posted anything. And I don't know what it is. I woke up on the right side of the bed or the wrong side of the bed, and I just feel like aggressive of just wanting to fucking rock some shit. I don't know what it. I feel like like the last couple of weeks, it's almost like this burnout was caused from just so many directions. And like just to sum it up, I just feel these days like the world itself is like beating me up. And like this morning, like just waking up and just being like, oh, I just want to make shit.
yeah,
It gave me like a feeling it's hard to articulate, but I think this is the same feeling of where punk rock came from or like some comedy like genius
yeah.
or whatever because it feels like so aggressive even though I'm not hurting anybody and I have really good intentions
Yeah.
like it seems like a pent up like anger I want to release and just start kicking ass and yeah I don't know today's like the best day to just ask me to like
Let's
just
go.
talk about our crafts or whatever because yeah there's
Yeah.
a fire there and I'm just
100%.
riding it right now.
Yeah, I want to get into like the way that you've branched off in podcasting to close the loop on what I was saying before the intro.
Hmm.
I was telling Joe, I was like, oh, we all need to get together, like a big group of us, and go out to like an indie wrestling show.
Oh hell
So
yeah,
we talked
yeah.
a bit about wrestling, and I was like, Joe would be an awesome time at a wrestling show, I bet.
Oh yeah,
You know?
get him a couple beers. We
Yeah.
should go to there's one called Super Kicked and it's kind of
Oh,
have
I've heard
like
good things about
a
that. Yeah,
rock and roll vibe and there's no barricade. Everybody's standing. You can stand around the ring and like bang on the ring and stuff like that.
crazy.
And one thing that set the tone was the announcer before the show started. I only went to one, and he's just like, "Okay," he's like, "If somebody like does a dive, remember to move out of the way. He's like, there'll be weapons flying around, like just be on your guard. He's like, other than that, he's like, get drunk, get stoned, let's have some fun. And the crowd's just like, yeah, like bang the ring. It's like, I'm like, okay, that's a vibe.
Yeah, an indie wrestling show is the perfect like release of just if you want to just get a like a look into like male aggression, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
It all gets bottled up into that room, but it's all done in such like a safe manner. Like we all know that this is all a rehearsed performance, but like the fact that you're able to get so close to that and you feel it's like an energy thing, right? Like you get it's like seeing people after a comedy show. Everyone's just like their shoulders are back a little bit. They're a little bit more like relaxed. Well, some people they're a little bit more relaxed and they're kind of smiling, and it changes the energy of the room. But if you have two guys smashing each other in the head with different items,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
energy of the room is like hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just such like an escape. Like
Yeah, yeah,
as silly and absurd as it is, like those are the best kind of escapes. And like
yeah,
some people like they shun on wrestling. They're like, "Oh, it's fake." And it's like, "Oh, that's the same as that new Spider-Man movie
yeah,
that
yeah.
you
That's my
enjoyed
favorite.
this week." It's like I feel like just that kind of entertainment comes from the same spot, but it's almost like a live theater of absurdity,
Yeah,
It's like we know it's like predetermined,
yeah.
but these guys are just kind of like doing like stunts. It's very dangerous to do, which also makes it cool, like that they're doing this dangerous stuff for
For
our
your
enjoyment as
literally.
I'm just on the sideline drinking a beer, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
For your enjoyment, and they're probably doing it for like $50 and a hot dog or something. Like
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
doing it because they enjoy it. Like they're doing it because they know they want to put on a real show for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. When I was 15 years old, I actually trained for a year
Oh,
and
cool.
I got on and off. Like, it was probably around this wrestling school for like 2 years, but I kept getting like injured, like on and off. I'm pretty sure,
That's why
like,
I stopped.
yeah,
I did a year of training, and then I was like, my back is already shot. And
yeah.
I've just been training. Like it's not even like I haven't been thrown around in a ring that much. Just the training. I was like, oh my fuck.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, especially like it's so shocking. I feel like people who've taken an actual what they call for non-wrestling people a bump is like when you like
Yeah.
fall properly. You always remember your first one because you're like, oh, like this is gonna be like a trampoline, and you're like, boom. And I think I that experience made me a fan for life
Yeah.
because I know what they're doing. And like even like I watch a lot of like other wrestling that's not WWE. WWE is not really my thing anymore, but I
Mhm.
still like I can watch like a match and just be like, "Oh my God, these guys are like just out there just the simplest stuff look or like the simplest looking stuff like actually like hurts."
Yeah.
And yeah, even people
Just taking a front bump in a padded ring. And these guys are taking bumps like on the ground outside.
yeah.
Like I watched the trainer at the time, like somebody was like complaining about like why do we have to do like 50 bumps? Like what the hell?
Mhm.
And he's like, it's so that you can do this. And we're in like, mind you, like the basement of like a casino, and there's like a ring there. Like they kind of just like set up in this area, and
Yeah.
there's like vinyl flooring, but it's like concrete underneath. He
Hmm.
just does a standing front bump. So for people listening, he front flips, but instead of landing on his feet, he lands flat on his back.
Hmm.
And then he just kicked up onto his feet. A kip up is the term, but just pops back on his feet, and he's like, it's so that you can do that like at any moment.
Yeah,
He's
it's
like,
like
I've
you're
done that so many times that doing that felt like nothing.
And
And I
I
was
always
just like,
hear like when people get injured and take time off, they go back. It just like they have to like almost recallus their back and stuff
yeah.
like that.
Oh,
And
it's
I was
brutal.
like over rotating and stuff. I realized I'm not an athlete through that. I had the idea for like character work and stuff like
Right.
that.
That was
I
me
was
too.
I
Yeah.
was watching a lot of ECW, not the WE version. I lived in Niagara Falls
Oh,
and
so you
there
caught a signal?
yeah, so I was getting this American channel on an antenna
Wow.
that I found out from sleeping over at a friend's house who he has his parents were like hardcore off the boat Italian and they didn't believe in getting cable TV. So we were like just like hanging out or whatever. Like he had video games and stuff and we're playing.
Yeah.
And then his mom knew he always came over to my place to watch wrestling and she's just like, "Oh guys, wrestling's on one of these three channels we have." And we turned it on and it was ECW like 97 era and it
Wow.
was just madness. But I saw guys like Raven and Tommy Dreamer and stuff like that and it inspired me. I'm like, "Oh, I can be like this regular dude to tell like all these crazy like psychological
Oh yeah.
stories." And I went in with that and then I just like physically it just beat the shit out of me and like
I
yeah.
realize that too. I just like the performance and the story aspect of it more than the physical. Obviously, the physical and the theatrics is incredible to watch, and you're like,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be cool to do? But then you get into the mechanics of like learning even the most basic steps, and you're like, this is like way out of my like league of what
Yeah.
I feel like my body is capable of doing or should be doing for that matter. Like you feel a direction to want to go a different way, right?
Yeah, I never told this story on any podcast, but I had one match. I knew I
Nice.
was gonna quit. Like I was just like, even around like getting a concussion and like breaking my hand and
Damn.
all this stuff just by the training. Just the timing in life too wasn't right for me to like dedicate myself to it. But I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't like stop without doing a match. And in Niagara Falls, they had this Canada Day show, and there was a Canada Day Battle Royal,
Oh,
and
nice.
we were connected with like a lot of like different schools too, and a lot of people in this Battle Royal that I entered ended up going like becoming famous from like Eric Young, Bobby
Wow.
Roode, Angelina Love, like lots of TNA talent. Who else? Sean Spears, who was Ty Dillinger. Like they were all in this battle royal. So,
Crazy.
I came that day, and even our trainer was like, "Oh, you can't enter unless you like get proper boots or whatever." I'm like, "Oh, I'm not gonna buy these like $100 boots or whatever."
Yeah.
So going back full circle to my ECW um inspiration, I wanted to do an homage to Tommy Dreamer. So I had the shirt of the league and I
Yeah.
bought like black cargo pants that he used to always wear and they had like red zippers on it. Very early 2000s like new metal
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And I just got like white tape and I taped my hands like wrists like I was going into like a hardcore match. And I remember like some of the older guys like making fun of me. They're like, "Oh, you're like a bootleg Tommy Dreamer." And I just
Yeah.
kind of like smiled and winked. I'm like, "Yeah, that's the whole point."
Yeah.
Because like it was
Yeah.
almost like my full circle moment.
Right.
And I got in the ring and I was working at this restaurant and actually this cook who was like also a wrestler who
Oh,
got
cool.
me into the training. He was amazing. His name was Lazarus, his wrestling name. And I actually think he could have been pretty big, but he got like a lot of back injuries and stuff like that.
Mm.
Again, it's just like
Nature of the
bad roll of the
beast.
dice.
Yeah.
But so I enter this battle royal. We're all ready to go. I know I'm gonna be like they're gonna run and just like throw me out. I'm just
Right.
filler. I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
basically
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so my buddy was like upper mid card, like almost going for a title run, and just I consciously was like, I want to make my friend look good, and I just like as the bell's about to ring, I just like go and I just whisper to him, and I'm just like, throw me in the corner and chop the shit out of me. He's like,
Yeah.
you sure? I'm like, yeah, and he just fucking woofed me. I'm like 16. He's like
Damn.
like mid 20s, just beat
Yeah.
the shit out of me.
Just chopping you.
Yeah, and then I get eliminated. And then what's funny is like a lot of students got in trouble for this because I'm like selling going to the back and we're outside by like a baseball diamond. And
Yeah.
all the other students who got eliminated, they're kind of like pissy they weren't like in the battle royal longer. So they
Oh.
started brawling and somebody gives me like an Irish whip against like the baseball fence and stuff. And then all of a sudden there's a hardcore match going on. And some big guy.
All the fans are like looking over there instead of at the actual match. Oh
Yeah,
man.
there was some roid head who like used to bully me. He picked me up and he fucking like gorilla pressed me into a back of somebody's like pickup truck.
Oh my
And all I
God.
remember there was like tools back there. There was like
Oh,
shovels and like rakes, and I just fell into it. But at the same time, like that day ended,
you're
and I was like,
crying. You're crying. And you're like, stay in character, Sean.
I
Stay in
was, I
character.
was actually like that day, I was like, I had the biggest smile. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool. Like I kind of like lived the dream.
Oh
Even though I was
yeah.
like the first guy eliminated, it was just like, and I knew I wasn't probably going back to wrestling. I'm like, it almost felt like when you're playing Xbox or something, achievement unlocked. And like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
as I'm
yeah.
getting
Good
thrown through
enough.
the air into a pickup truck, I'm just like, that's when that little thing went off. I'm probably just smiled and fell into like a
Uh,
bunch of dangerous shit. But
that's great.
yeah, that was a time.
Fuck, I
Damn,
didn't know that.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you didn't know about it because I
Oh.
always forget about that period of my life.
Yeah, I think about that too. I think about these little like
Yeah.
Kim calls them eras. She's like, you had to, this was an era and that was an
Yep.
era. And I was like, yeah, there was a whole era where like I was going to be a professional wrestler. Like that would nothing could
Amazing.
change my mind. Like that was anytime someone asked me, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Like without a doubt. It was like graduate, go to this wrestling school, do the training, do whatever you need to do to like keep going to the next step. And then just got ended so quickly. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh fuck this.
Yeah, early in like and again like I mentioned I always forget about that era and then early on when I was doing the podcast I started interviewing a couple wrestlers one show I sponsored for a Toronto independent league called Smash Wrestling and they happened to have Bobby Lashley this day
Oh,
and he
cool.
ended up coming to the studio and I did like a little interview with him and stuff like that but the guy who ran like Smash Wrestling I didn't tell him my like backstory or whatever but he's just like Sean you're just like you just feel like one of the boys, you know, like you know how to like talk to because I was asking like questions about like
Yeah.
just technical wrestling things that I didn't even know I remembered, but
All
like
right.
it's just kind of like brought me back to
Yeah.
that little like
We're marks.
yeah, definitely.
We're all
So much of a
marks.
mark I went and tried it. You know,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah, yeah,
ultimate
yeah.
mark.
Yeah, this ultimate mark. That was like
Yeah.
what the other wrestlers said to me like first day of training. They're like, "What's up, are you a mark or what?" And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
like why else would I be here?" And they're like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, we're all marks."
Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
almost like a litmus test. Like if I was like too cool and like, "No, like I don't know, I'm just an athlete, whatever." They
Yeah, I
would have
was gonna say
sniffed it
because
out.
yeah, to do it and like make it, you are the ultimate mark. I know they say
You
that
got to
as a
be
term.
pot committed to
Yeah,
that. Yeah. I would love to
like
talk to more wrestlers on this podcast because I feel like same thing. I could keep up with the lingo.
yeah, definitely. And there's like a lot of different scenes in Toronto too. There's a Lucha League. There's Super Kick. There's
Yeah.
another one. I think I don't know if it exists
You know,
anymore.
you
It's
know what
like
we
a
should
death match
do?
one. Yeah.
We should figure out how this is the ultimate podcasting promotion for us. We need to figure out how we can be managers in a league
Okay,
and
so
be characters and be managers for wrestlers and then like let it be like a promotion for like the podcasts.
yeah, so I'm kind of almost on it. My
Oh,
buddy
nice.
Jo, he's very talented battle rapper who's kind of stepping away from that. He's got a lot of interests, just like total fucking genius artist. Right now, he's recording for like a hardcore band, and on the side, he's been training in wrestling. And he told me I'm gonna be his manager when that happens.
Fuck
And he's
yeah.
got the build and like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
passion for it. So yeah,
Because what you
and
want is you want a manager who can take at least a bump. Like I can take a
yeah,
bump, you know?
yeah,
Like to
yeah,
be like I would be like a manager of like a bad guy.
yeah,
And then just get knocked down by the good guy because my guy leaves me alone in the ring. You know what I mean? Like those like
yeah.
scenarios that can happen all the time. Like that would be the most fun
Yeah, that would be the most fun.
because you still get to be involved, but without
Yes.
all of the extreme long term consequence of night after night getting your ass kicked in a ring.
Yeah. Oh, this is another freaking thing coming back that I forgot about. And when I got injured, they were like kind of showing me how to be like a referee, like during their
Oh
local
yeah,
shows. They're
they
like, oh,
love doing
shadow the
that. Yeah.
referee, see how he sets up a match and blah, blah, blah. And I remember pitching to a bunch of the guys that I still want to wrestle, but we can do this gimmick where I become the referee and I get pushed around so much that one day I just snap and like
Yeah,
throw a
yeah.
fist. And then a lot of these guys I was training with went on to do TNA Impact. And I remember years later watching Impact, and I don't know if this is a coincidence, but that there was a story like that with a referee. And you
Wow.
could tell he was like hella jacked, and for like a couple months he was like just getting like beat up, and then he just like snaps and like I'm like, I don't know if I planted
You're
that
like,
seed, but it's like
maybe.
the
Somebody
people
might have
believe in
thought,
you.
like, oh, here's an idea I have, and they just don't
Yeah.
remember where they got it from.
And I'm not like, it's not like I'm saying like, oh, I'm bitter about this because
No, no, no.
I
You're just
had
like,
no aspirations at the time to wrestle again or whatever. I'm
right,
like,
yeah.
oh, that's kind of cool, but I did bring that to a meeting one day where I want to go with my character.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's sick.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I wanted to talk to you too about like the sort of if we want to talk about the arts a little bit.
Yeah, down for
For
anything, Johnny.
This is the Johnny Rogers show. First half wrestling, second half arts.
Yeah.
But just like the evolution of your podcast, going from like audio only, recording in a studio, and then obviously pandemic happens. We have to shift
Hmm.
to a more so everything becomes like video based on like Zoom and anything else that you can like tap into, like whatever program you use,
Hmm.
to video call with people. And then you've moved sort of into like interviewing actors and directors from movies to being like in person interviewing some of these people. So like, what was the like? Was there any one moment where you like, I have to start, or you want, or like, I want to start getting out there and doing more live interviews, or I have to, or was it like someone offered you this, so you just did whatever you needed to do to like get it
Yeah,
done?
so I feel like just this whole time I've just been going with the flow with what makes sense with my situation and also with the resources that I have. And originally, yeah, I just wanted to do audio. I was basically a videographer, so I had the equipment like
Right.
at the
That's
early
kind of
days,
funny.
but it was almost like
You're
I
just
was
looking at your video
looking.
cameras like, I don't need that.
Yeah, I was looking for something different to do because like I was doing so much videography, like just picking up a camera on my free time just was it was again like to use the word again, another type of burnout.
Right.
So and then I feel like as things evolved, um or even devolved as the pandemic era, we all got into like Zoom calls, and that was the only way I can continue doing the podcast. So again, I was getting all this footage and I didn't have a YouTube channel at the time. And right when I started doing the Zoom, I got a couple really good guests at the beginning with Biff Naked and George Strombolopoulos, Commander X of Anonymous, which is
Crazy.
crazy. I think I got that one around the time I met you too, Johnny.
Wow.
And yeah, it just made sense to do like a YouTube channel. And then I started having fun again with like the video stuff because I wasn't overdoing the video in my other side of life. And I just feel like that's the direction like podcasts in general have been moving. And even I starting to really love YouTube the most out of all my platforms too, because the reach is so insane to the point where I only have a th over 1,000 subscribers, but some of my episodes on there are like 70,000,
Yeah.
20,000,
Are you
because
monetized now?
yeah, just as
Nice.
about like 5 months ago, I
Oh,
got
amazing.
monetized.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So there's another incentive too to keep
Yeah.
feeding that machine. And also, I'm having fun doing it. And I love when I get like a certain guest and I'll make a nice thumbnail, I'll tag it properly, and it goes beyond my reach into their actual fans.
Oh
And
yeah.
some of my favorite things are like hearing feedback from their fans, like in the comment section, maybe I asked a question of something they never heard before, because I
Mm.
feel like I have like a specific style that kind of, I don't know, it's just I'm trying not to repeat a lot of things that these people are talking about on media
Yeah.
tours, to the point where I'm hella conscious about it. If I see somebody doing a huge media tour around a film, for example, I will look at other interviews of people interviewing them, and maybe I wanted to touch on something that's already been touched on. I will set it up like, oh, I heard on this show, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, and then add another layer to
Of what
whatever that
you
is
would
to
have asked if
dig
you were there.
a little deeper too.
Right.
And yeah, it just kept evolving. And now from there, I'm really want to keep going back to the studio. I've done only two this year. I've been hoping to do more, but just like a little like financial situation on my
Right.
side kind of prevented that. Which I think I'm gonna be clearing up real soon, and I'll be able to do them more regularly. But that is kind of inspired. I miss the in-person conversation. All my audio ones were in person. There's a
Right.
certain energy to it. Also, I am so burnt out from just the digital world we live in, to be honest. Just recently, last week, I turned off all the notifications of all my apps on my phone
Oh, I did
except
that a long
for,
time ago.
oh man, oh my,
It's
it's
so
like
nice.
it's a whole new
Yeah,
world.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's this
Just
game changer.
getting up in the morning and not having being bombarded by so many other people's thoughts, and like
Yeah.
I'm not saying like, oh, I'm Mr. Popularity or whatever, but I've helped out a lot of like different art communities. So
Hmm.
I do wake up to a ton of messages, and it's people asking me for shit. And
Mm.
like I haven't even had breakfast yet. And, you know, it's just like I
Yeah,
wake
yeah,
up and
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like my brain's like getting fried. So basically, my family has my number. You have my number. My closest friends, or if I'm a special lady in my life, she
Yeah, yeah.
gets, I tell her like, hey, like if you want to get a hold of me, like don't do it on an Insta DM. I might not see it for a day or something.
Right.
Just call the phone, you know, and like kind of create the circle smaller. For some
Yeah.
reason, when this is ancient times when social media was started popping off, like even early Facebook before it got taken over by the boomers, it used to be an app for college kids. And I was just adding everybody, you know? And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah, yeah.
freaking that was like '07, almost 20 years later, it's just sludge when I like scroll the timeline. Like, who are these humans?
It's
Like,
people, but
you
now
know,
it's people you don't even follow, like on your main
oh
feed.
yeah.
Like you have to go to like a special for you tab
Yep.
in order to like actually see your friend's stuff that's getting posted.
Yeah, yeah.
This
That's
this light is killing me right now. I'm like,
yeah, giving
remind,
yourself a sunburn.
remind me. No, no, it's not like it's just like I'm watching the video going. This is gonna be a son of a bitch to edit.
Oh shit. Oh man.
Just half my face.
It kind of
Oh
looks
yeah,
dramatic. It's like I
yeah.
don't know, like a
If
Christopher
I
Nolan
turn off
movie.
adjust for low light, all right
Yeah,
now.
hell
Yeah,
yeah. You look like a
yeah,
superhero,
yeah,
Johnny,
yeah. I
which
want
you
to do
are.
I want to do more in-person podcasts, but the wall that I keep running into is when we did our podcast. Everybody can go watch that on the old
Hmm.
YouTube page. There's a new YouTube page now. Um, we kind of like it took a little bit for us all to like figure out the tech and then like getting it going. And so for me, I'm like I almost need to hire like a producer that like just comes
Hmm.
in, turns everything on, watches the levels, notices
Yeah.
like what you notice if the mic cord pops out, stops the podcast,
Hmm.
puts it restart, that kind of thing, and then like handles the transfer of the video file to like a whatever hard drive or
Yeah.
something. Because I'm like, if I right now like doing a Zoom podcast, like everything gets nice and neat, packed into a little folder, and it's easy to export. But I agree with you, like a live in-person podcast has such a better energy,
Hmm.
just because the person's right there in the room with you. Like there's nothing beats that.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I feel like we need that as humans, we strive for
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. And
Gets
yeah,
you
it
out of the
just,
house, which is the hardest thing nowadays. We're all like, we have this like Stockholm syndrome from
hmm.
COVID where we had to stay inside. And now I find a lot of people just stay inside now.
Yeah.
Even
And
though you can go back outside now, but they're just like, for what? What would I do?
yes,
Everything's at home.
and we all have this internal voice where like sometimes you start making up excuses not to go out in your own head. But then when you finally put on some pants,
Yeah.
shout out to Sammy Union. That's his gimmick. He's
Oh
always like
yeah.
when he's like reviewing a movie and he likes it, he's like, "That's pants worthy" and stuff.
Oh nice.
But
I gotta get
fucking
Sammy on too.
yeah, you put on your pants, you go out, and you're like, "I'm so glad I did that." Like you feel rejuvenated just being
Yeah.
around other humans. I feel like we're wired like that, and that's
You feel like you're getting shit done, oddly enough, like just being
hmm
around outside. Even if you had a whole day where you were just fucking around, going to different places, you get home and you like feel like you did something.
Yeah,
You know, where at home
yeah,
you can do a lot of stuff at home, but it feels like you did nothing for whatever reason.
yeah. I think it even goes back to like primal days. Like we were
Yeah.
supposed to be in tribes, even how we're wired to like just
Yeah.
populate, It's like
That's why the
let's go out
notification
and like
thing.
get some female
Yeah,
energy
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever way you swing or what,
yeah.
it's just like it's almost like this unconscious magnetism,
Yeah.
And like you gotta like take care of that or you go crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Like the worst thing you can do to someone is put them in solitary confinement. You
Yes.
know, that's like the ultimate punishment. So it's like right there, that should be all the evidence you need to just go hang out with some people if you're feeling down.
Yeah. Have you had people in your life who changed for the worst over the pandemic? I've seen some
Oh
people
yeah.
turn like into just different people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Even like, yeah, oh man, I almost like
In so
wanted to
many
drop
different
some
ways
names, but
too.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
there's
yeah.
there's a couple who are
We're
like
going to the
actually like dangerous.
Patreon.
No, like I'm not even kidding. If anybody from the battle rap community
Yeah.
knows me or like is listening to this, yeah, we seen some shit from some people. It's like, who is this guy? He's like a fucking like lunatic creep, like, and he wasn't like
Wow.
that before, And I think it goes back to people just isolating themselves and
Yeah.
just being
and
alone with their
and
own
being in their
thoughts, and
echo
yeah.
chamber, and like going back to the primal thing too, like they're um I can't remember if it was Dunbar. Somebody came up with a thing where it was like at one time you can only keep 150 like people in your head, like in like
Mm,
people you know, like to recall a name or something, right? Like who are the people you work with? You see them every day, so you can pull that quickly. Like who are your family members? Okay, I can pull that quickly.
yeah.
But then it kind of limits at 150, and it's because that was like roughly the size of like tribes, and when this
Okay,
part of our
yeah.
brain was forming, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But then you get this like with social media, there's this overload where you could have 5,000 friends on Facebook, and so if you're
hmm
getting a notification every time someone posts, it's like, yeah, no wonder we're getting so fucking burnt out, because like our brain, we're doing two things at once that I think is really really bad. We're overstimulating our brain, like and the dopamine receptors and the memory centers, because we're getting all of this information and there's no possible way to remember everything that we're taking in. Like we're
hmm
taking in so much information all the time. So you picture like a microchip like burning because you're just running the computer at like top speed. And then at the same time, basic stuff that we need, like imagine if like to move the mouse around, you needed to you need to use your mouse and move it around with your hand and like look and click and point. Imagine if like a new technology came along where you didn't need the mouse anymore, you could just look at wherever you needed to click and it just went there.
Oh,
The
yeah.
ability for then your hand to do that thing atrophies because you're not using it, so it's not being trained. And that's
hmm
like the problem solving, the reasoning, the attention. So while we're burning out one part of our brain, we're also atrophying another part of our brain because we're relying so much on AI and Google and
hmm
the
Yeah.
internet to every time I need to know how to do something, I look it up. When I need to
Yeah.
go somewhere, I use Google Maps. Like
hmm
it's such a bad combo. I know this is a hot take, but it's
No, no, no.
I
This
think
makes
it's
sense.
I think it's such a bad combination that's happening right now that not enough people are talking about. They talk about one or they talk about the other, but I think both of them are happening at the same time, and no one's realizing what the long term effects of that is going to be.
Oh
You
yeah,
get you
it's
get people that crack, like you're like the guy there.
yeah, we're totally like in the guinea pig era of all that too. And I strongly believe like just doing like raw like human mental exercises as well.
Reading.
Um, yeah, like bro, like
Go to a
it's
library,
I
pick out a
used to
book.
read books and now it's like I have trouble. And I think it's because of all
Yeah.
this shit. Like I've given myself ADHD. Where
Yeah.
before I used to just be able to focus. I remember being a kid, and this is probably
That's
some kind
interesting.
of autism, where I could just like put on a CD in a room
Yeah.
and just sit there and just listen to the music. And now like music I got going and then I'm doing four other things at the same
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
instead of just like taking in the song,
Yeah.
which is I don't know, there's
The
like
only thing that like allows, which is so sad, the only thing that really allows me to be like fully present like I was as a kid prior to the internet and prior to cell phones
Mhm.
is mushrooms. When you take
Yeah,
mushrooms
bro.
and you listen to a song, nothing else in the world matters except for that song that you're listening to. Like you get fully locked in to like whatever it is that you're doing, and to me that's like ultimate presence.
Hmm.
The ability to
Yeah.
just like, and I'm sure you can meditate every day and build that part of your brain up that's like okay with just being still. Like there is something
Hmm.
to that about doing it on your own. But like, man, if you want a quick cut to presence, like you just take 3 grams of mushrooms and you're
Yeah.
there. You're
And
there.
yeah, lots of people say it's like almost medicinal for some folks for depression and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think it goes to what you're saying, it just makes you present. I noticed the times I had it, I would have moments where I start laughing, and it's not because I'm going crazy, it's because I'm having a revelation that the things that I've been worried about don't
Yeah.
actually matter. And it's like almost like another voice being like, Sean, stop being hard on yourself. You're good. You're
Yeah.
really good, actually. Like, chill out,
Yeah.
man. And
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
like, yeah. And you just sit in that, yeah. And then, like, it passes, and maybe that'll stay with you a couple weeks, and then you get back into
Yeah.
the sludge. And I think that's just overall influence of the energy of the world we live in. Everything's trying to just take from you, and they tell you we're not enough. And
Yeah.
like back in the day pre-internet, you used to get mail and it'd be like a happy time. Now I get mail and it's just like bills, blah blah blah. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
They talk to you like
Yeah.
they're like your father. That they're disappointed with you.
Yeah.
CRAs like after you and whatever. It's like
You
it's
didn't pay
like
your student loan on time. I'm like,
yeah.
fuck off.
I
Uh,
remember like even like a moment, it's like, Sean, you got some mail. It's like, yeah, maybe a classmate sent you like a nice little like
yeah.
letter with a drawing. It's
A
like,
birthday card from a
yeah.
relative or something. Yeah.
Yo, this inspired me. I want to like send people letters now.
I did that. So when I had Barry Katz on the podcast, he's like old school guy, and he's like a big comedy manager in the U.S. And I wanted to like, I was blown away that he like wanted to be on the show. Like when I asked him, he was like very receptive, and then was on the show. And
That's
I'm
fantastic.
like, this is blowing my mind. I was like, you were like Louis C.K.'s manager, you were Dane Cook's manager, like all of
Oh
these
yeah.
comedians I look up to. And
Yeah.
so I hand wrote like a letter thanking him and asked
Oh,
his like assistant like what's his office's address. I didn't want to send it to his house obviously. So what's his office's address, and I just mailed it to him. And he was like, "Oh, thank you so much. Like I just got your letter in the mail." Because I'm like, we need to do that. And then right away I was like, I need to do that more. Like that felt great to like actually
yeah.
send something. He received it. I know he like cracked it open and then read it. Like so cool.
That makes my heart so warm. I think sometimes that stop what was blocking me from doing that is just nonsense thinking, "Oh, what if the person thinks I'm weird or something?"
Yeah,
Like give sending them.
yeah.
But you
You
know
didn't
what?
like
Like
cut out letters from a magazine like a
yeah, like a
kidnapping.
ransom note. Yeah. But if somebody did that for me, I'd be
Yeah,
flattered actually. That
yeah,
takes
yeah,
time. Magazines where you can't even find a magazine anymore. But
yeah.
to my point too, it's just like sometimes you got to let go, especially like you got to like push that inner voice aside, especially when it's coming when your intuition has good intentions behind it, you
Mm-hmm.
know? I
Yeah,
feel like sometimes we can like overthink, but who
yeah,
gives a fuck, you know? Like people who like walk the regular path, like I don't know, in these art spaces, they they kind of just become forgotten. You think of all the legends in the
Yeah.
arts and entertainment world, which we're into. Those are the people who think differently. They act differently. And again, I'm not saying like act on like these weird, like crazy emotions like where you're like hurting somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're honestly like just like have some good intentions and a weird idea, fucking do it.
Just go for it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to like
That's
what
how legends are born.
Yeah, 100%. It's the people who execute is what I've realized. It's the
Mm,
people that execute on an idea and continue to execute on ideas regardless of the output.
yeah.
Like the output might help shift them in a certain direction, but for the most part, they're just going to execute on whatever idea that they want to do. Like
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld said to a guest that I had on named James Mollinger, he said, write down a list of all the things that people expect you to do and then do the opposite. And
Mm,
I was like, true, because you are always that voice that says, well, what if someone thinks that's weird? That's almost like your filter of expectations that people you look up to, whether you're consciously thinking about it or not. Maybe subconsciously, you're thinking of the people that expect certain things from you, or you think
mm.
they expect certain things from you. So you wouldn't want to do anything that would make the ruin their expectations of you, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
well,
a
it'd be weird if I did this, or
definitely on that topic. Let me see if I got the book here. I do have it here. Yes, fuck yeah. Basically, I did this exercise called The Artist's Way. It's written by an
oh, cool.
artist or an author named Julia Cameron.
Oh, I've heard about that
And I
book.
did this as a group. It was kind of difficult to do, but it's like a lot of like creative exercises. It gives you like daily missions.
Oh,
And
cool.
I did this as a group with like a bunch of people from all over North America, from musicians to fashion designers. There was just like a group of like about six of us on like this call, and because we heard like doing it alone, like lots of people don't make it through, and
Oh,
even though you're supposed to do it in a certain number of weeks, it took us a whole year to do it because like just
wow.
like getting together. But there's all these exercises, but also like some things explaining what we were just talking about, almost that second guessing or whatever. And one thing that
Yeah.
really stuck out to me is certain influences in your life who are acting like they want the best for you, but they're like just saying stuff that is stifling your flame. And
Right.
there's two different categories of that. One they call crazy makers. Those are the type of people like they're just around and they just derail anything you got going on or whatever. I feel like we all have like a couple of those friends
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
another ones they just categorize as blockers, and that could be like a teacher or a parent. It was just be like, "Oh, well, why do you want to make music, Johnny? Like you're never
Yeah.
gonna be this," and like
Right.
compared to like some
Yeah.
guy at
Yeah.
the top or whatever. And it just kind of like trains your mind a bit to just like throw that out of the way and actually like do exercises to do what's in your soul. And it talks about like a lot, like makes you like journal every day too, and asks you questions about like what made you happy as like a child.
Um.
Like there's like one exercise that describe your room as a child and blah blah blah. And it's just like I don't know, it goes took me back to like innocence. But I'm sure like some people like who probably didn't have a good childhood, it might trigger something. Like I don't know, but
Right.
I
Yeah.
feel like it was very helpful for me. But yeah, Artist Way. This actually isn't the book. I got the deluxe edition, so for my
Oh.
journaling, I could like put
You could
all
put
this
it right
shit
in
in.
there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
I've
that
heard
was
about that.
crazy.
It's probably I think I have it on like an Amazon wish list or something. I should
Yeah,
get it.
definitely recommend it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially if people need a little boost of perspective to help them follow their dreams.
Yeah.
Um, what's really cool, shout outs to my friend Danny. She was just on Project Runway, the
Cool.
the reality series, but a year ago when we were in these chats or whatever, she was like somebody who was like second guessing herself and stuff like that. So I've seen little
Wow.
magic happen and even like little magic in my life too from doing these teachings or whatever. It sounds like I'm trying to sign somebody else up to a cult right now,
Yeah,
but
like it's a
yeah,
pyramid scheme. You just gotta buy the book,
yeah,
and then now
but
you have to get 10 more people
I
to
get
buy
a
the book.
cut. Yeah, yeah, but I'm just
That's just
saying it,
what
it.
affiliate codes are, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm just saying it worked for me, and you guys can check it out on your own free will.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Boom.
Buy it, don't buy it. Use get a promo code,
Yeah.
do whatever. Rent it from the library. Just go to a library and
John,
try to
I
find
read
it.
that book. It ruined my life. I sold everything. I bought an
Yeah.
acoustic guitar.
There's not too many people that said that they read a book and it ruined their life. Maybe the guy that who's the guy that I think he killed John Lennon because he read like To Kill a Mockingbird and he said the book told him to kill John. The book didn't tell him that though. His
Yeah.
brain misinterpreted the words.
I think some kids in the 90s who bought the Anarchist cookbook probably ruined their lives. It was
Probably,
just like
yeah.
for all like my Gen Z homies who don't know
Yeah.
what the hell that is. It used to be a book you can get at the library and it just told you how to make bombs
That's
and, like, out
insane
of
that that
like just
existed.
like stuff that's like under your sink at home.
You think like the people that rent that out would just immediately get put on an FBI watch list? Like
Yeah. Some
you have all
kid
their records right there. Like put them on the watch list.
vividly remember some kid. I don't know what happened to him. His name was Ian. I never seen him since elementary school. He's probably in jail. He did one of those recipes at school, and it was basically like I remember the gist of it was you know in the middle of a Kinder Surprise egg, they got the plastic thing that holds the toy.
Yeah.
He had that, and it was filled with matches and something else, and he threw it against at our school there was like these portables. He threw it against the wall, and it just made like this little explosion, just a pop, and like the matches blew up everywhere.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, they. Oh, I wish I remembered his last name. I'd like do a little search. You ever think of that? Like, what happened to that guy?
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's
There's
always a
some
couple of
names.
them.
There's a few names that just pop into my head and go, "What the hell is that guy up
Yeah,
to right now?"
especially yeah. There's some people who've never got into the social media thing.
Yeah, that blows my mind when someone is just completely they're not on anything,
They're
and I'm
probably
like, they're probably so happy.
yeah. I was just gonna say they're probably just like a monk on a mountain
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, yeah. That's
They
how I see
know,
them. Yeah.
yeah, they know all the answers to the earth and
Meanwhile,
just
they're just
at
coming
peace.
home and watching Fox News or whatever. That's how they're getting.
Yeah,
That's how they're getting all their information.
yeah. Incredible.
I watched the Tucker Carlson podcast. I know what's going on. Do you? Jeez. What do you think the word should be for this episode? Should we call it burnout? I feel like we talked about burnout a few
I
times.
like Burnout.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Actually, you know what's really cool? And we're on the same wavelength. I that was my word if you were gonna ask me.
Oh,
I
nice.
thought about it this afternoon.
Hell yeah.
So that's kind of cool. I love how you said it though. That makes it extra
Yeah,
special.
nice. Got a little Johnny in the side of your brain.
Yeah. Here's Johnny.
For people watching, you can follow the Creative Imbalance and Sean on YouTube
Yeah.
at Creative Imbalance. Go check out all these awesome interviews that Sean's done. There's like tons. If you're picking up on the genre here, there's tons of horror. There's tons of metal. There's tons.
Yeah. Some anime.
I love
Like,
it. I love it
yeah.
so much. Like it's so cool to see like getting these awesome interviews, and then like you're not just getting the interviews, but you're doing them justice. You
Oh,
know, like
thank you.
you're not like slacking on them. You're not like just like taking them for granted. Like you're making like great thumbnails, like cool edits, like really doing them a favor, really, because you're creating this like promotional work for them.
I appreciate that so much. Thanks for really acknowledging that too, because that's what I'm hoping comes across too. Like I'm really
Yeah.
trying to
I think
not
if you're a
take
PR
anything.
agency, you got to see that, right? Like
Yeah.
if a podcaster is like making clips and like putting up videos and like making nice thumbnails and really presenting your client in a certain way, that's somebody that I'd be like, all right, keep sending this guy guests. You know?
Yeah, yeah, because even like sometimes like the interviews itself won't get a lot of like shares or whatever, but I notice the PR people are finding some values if I make like a clip
Mm,
that is decent that they can hit share on. That makes them
right.
look good. And
Yeah, yeah.
especially if I put a good question or even like sometimes I don't even have me in the clip. I'm like, this guy's just spitting right now.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah, yeah.
cut this. Like, let's put some footage of the movie and
I
boom.
just did
And
that too. Amani Roberts, who's like a DJ and a professor at
nice. This
Caltech.
guy sounds sick.
He was awesome. I should get you guys to like link up. I should reach out to him, put you in touch because he was really, really cool to talk to and really knowledgeable about the music industry.
Hell yeah.
But he was telling a story about Chapel Roan, and just the way that he told the story was so good, and it had like a perfect start of how he got into it and a perfect ending. And I was like, well, that's the clip. Like I don't even need to be
Yep.
in it. Like I can just have him talking and have images and videos of Chapel Roan in this story, and like there
Yeah.
you go. That's the
I
most fun.
Yeah, I feel like there's something that feels nice too when you get like a story like that out of somebody.
Yeah,
I don't know, there's something beautiful about the craft of podcasting and just being able to curate these tales or even sometimes unknown tales, which are
yeah.
it's always
And
exciting
still, the
and
craziest butterfly effect for me was the Jeremy Hotz thing, where I just
mhm.
asked him like, it was a very in the moment, off the cuff thing because he was talking about like being big online and stuff now, and I was like, I was like, you can see your analytics, so like, what market has shocked you the most? Where you're like, oh, I didn't know I had fans there, and he was like, it's the continent of Africa, and then he just started naming places in Africa, and I made a clip of that and put it up, and I have still to this day people from Africa like commenting the flag of the country they're from, and they're all in
Fire.
English. Like they're all like, "We love you, Jeremy." Like da, 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 like all these
Oh
comments.
yeah, that's
And
cool.
he said to me, he's like, "Yeah, you cracked the door on that because you asked that question, because you made that clip, I discovered that like he can see, oh, we got a lot of people watching from Africa, but in his head he goes, I'm gonna need to hire a translator. I'm gonna need to go
Mhm.
there. I don't know if they're gonna get the jokes. And now here's all these people commenting in English, talking about how much they love his comedy.
Yeah,
So it
especially like
validates it.
yeah, even like saying that out loud, that gave him like an excuse to engage it too.
Right.
And
Otherwise, just talking about that is like, when would you just talk about
yeah,
that on
also,
your own, right?
yeah, on my end from a couple kung fu stuff I done and like this crazy horror, the third most listened country for me is Indonesia right now.
Wow.
And same thing where it's just like on a couple of these videos, it's just I see a language and lettering that I can't even make out, but luckily there's like the little translate button I hit and then
Yeah.
it'll like translate for it, and it's just like pretty much I love yous to the guest I have and stuff like that. I'm like,
Right.
this is sick. That they're taking the
Yeah.
time to like check out my little show, you
Yeah,
know?
it's so cool. You're like, wow, someone
Mhm.
from Indonesia is like watching my show. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah. It's
so insane.
yeah, I think my analytics are America, Canada, Indonesia, and UK
I got a
of
lot of people
where
in Norway. I got people from
that's
Norway that
cool.
message me, and I was like, sick.
Hell yeah. They
Yeah,
need laughs over there. It's
yeah,
cold, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Keep
It's
them
too
warm, Johnny. I'd listen to your show too in the you got a good winter show, you
good
know?
winter
Keep your
show.
heart warm. You
I'm gonna
know?
change the background to a live fireplace.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Or one day when it gets so big you can afford a fireplace
Yeah,
set,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Oh yeah, I can't wait to have an actual studio. That'll
Hmm.
happen one of these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, even this afternoon during my rage and fire of passion too. I'm trying to maybe even just take a corner of my already tiny apartment and just make a little set or something. I don't know.
Studio
I'm just
dedicated.
gonna yeah, I'm just gonna
I'm good with that
go.
shit, man. Invite me over, and I love. I've realized this about myself, like planning like a setup. Like I did like
Cool.
our balcony at our old place. Like I have like a mind for it. Like, okay, this would look cool if this was like
Nice.
here, and this is how you could save space if you did it like this. Like,
Mhm. Did you play a lot of The Sims growing up?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Big Sims
yeah.
guy.
That got you ready.
Yeah, yeah. If I were to go into interior design, I'd put like in my work history like Sims, and then all of the Sims:
Yeah.
Sims 4, Sims 3, Sims 2.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy's been designing since he was
Yeah,
10.
this guy's an OG.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I still use
Simologist.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Simologist is so funny.
You just got to make sure you put the ladder in the pool.
Yeah.
That was the whole thing back in the. Lots of people that don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah,
There was like a rumor, oh, you can kill your sim, and
yeah.
then everybody just realized you put the guy in the pool and take the ladder away. It's
And
so
then people
sad.
just started finding different ways to kill their sim, and that became like a whole thing. It's like resurfaced on the internet. Now there's like videos of people that have like they have like an underground bunker of a bunch of their neighbors they invited over, but they're all like working tirelessly in cells. They're all like sewing, and there's like cameras and stuff, and I'm like, this is next level insane.
Oh,
Where
bro,
people
yeah.
have taken this sim game.
Yeah, one of the first MMOs I ever played was it was just called Sims Online, where you go
Oh, cool.
online and everybody's a real person, and each server was different people's houses. And there
Oh,
was like a big
cool.
like open map, so you can see the names of the different servers in the house. And one was funny, and you got to remember every single person on this game is not an NPC, they're real people.
That's
And
crazy.
I'm like 13 years old. I see Granny's Whorehouse. I click on it. One person, probably a dude, pretending to be a grandma,
Yeah.
and there's about maybe 25 hookers working around. And the only way in Sims Online to have sex with a partner is you need
Yeah.
to enough money to buy a bed that's shaped like a heart. And
That's
this place was like a mansion
hilarious.
with just heart beds everywhere.
That's
And I was
hilarious.
like, I appreciated it so much. I was like, this person worked. He had to get like a community of
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
And he was always online,
Oh
just
my
like
god. I bet he was the
Granny's
last one to
Whorehouse.
log off
Yeah, yeah.
when they ended the server.
That was a time to be
Fuck,
alive.
that's
I didn't
hilarious,
even have
man.
high-speed internet then. It was
Oh
56K
yeah.
modem shit.
Dial
That's
up
how
shit.
old that game is. Granny's Whorehouse. Shout out to Granny, wherever that guy is.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out Granny. Leave a comment on this video if you're out there. That'd be great if we found him.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
Legend.
Yeah. We gotta link up though soon, dude. Me, you, Pat, and Jared, and get a drink or
I love that.
hang.
I'm down. I'm down.
Uh,
Time is. I'm busy, but I can always make time for you guys for sure.
I'm the same way. I'm like, if you
Yeah.
just let me know, just give me an advance notice of like, hey, this day, like this Friday, whatever this time, I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'll move shit around.
Yeah, same. I will cancel.
Yeah. I
I
will
will
cancel
I
doctor
will flake
appointments.
on important life shit just to have a hang with you guys. Like
Yeah.
yeah, always good vibes and yeah, I always feel like we have like the four of us like just a nice connection and we don't see each other that often, but it's like it's one of those things where it doesn't matter how much time passes, it's just like you pick up where you left off, you
A
know?
hundred
It's like
percent. The best friends are that
hmm
way, I find.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
Not somebody that's constantly like, you haven't messaged me in 2 weeks. Do you still like me?
Oh yeah, those are the people you got to get out of your life. Like,
Fuck
why are you
off.
bringing some drama? Like, why don't you ask me?
Yeah.
Like, maybe there's a reason I haven't messaged you. Ask me if I'm okay. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
see
yeah,
how I'm
yeah.
doing.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna
Fucking
get
hate.
fired up now.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Let's go.
All right, dude.
Oh
I'm
man.
gonna log off, go make some dinner, but
Okay, cool. Can I just plug one thing?
yeah, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So Thursday, August 27th, I am gonna be at Fan Expo for one
Nice.
afternoon at the Canadian Podcast Award booth. It's gonna be from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Fan Expo in Toronto. That's Canadian Podcast Award booth. Every time I do this, I have a little raffle thing going on. If you come up to me and say you heard me on the Johnny Rogers show, I will rig the raffle. I don't give a
Let's
fuck.
go.
I also have my last print of my first editions of shirts. I have one small. If you happen to fit in a small, if you're a kid, a girl, some kind of twink or whatever,
If
I will
you're a
give it to you
small
for
twink
free.
and a fan of the Johnny Rogers show, go to
If
this
you just
booth.
come by and yeah, I have a raffle, have some prints and yeah, whether you know me, come say hello, or if you don't know me and just want to say hello anyways, come by and I'll give you a present some
That's
way or
awesome.
another. I'll have candy as well. Is that enough bribing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Come to
yeah.
Fan Expo.
Go see Sean,
We'll have a good
everybody.
time. Yeah.
Go see Sean. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Leave a comment on Spotify. You can do that now too. There's a whole thing on Spotify. We've got a new YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/ at Johnny Rogers Show.
Oh,
I think.
hell yeah.
So check that out in the comments. I had to start a new YouTube page because my old one was so old and such a mixture of content that all these YouTube experts were telling me like you're not getting properly fed to the algorithm because YouTube
Mm.
doesn't know where to put you. And I was like, okay, all right, that's valid.
Yeah, yeah.
So after whatever it was, 238 episodes, I was like, all right, now time to go to a new platform and start
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, I gotta double check, make sure I'm subscribed to that too. And
I think
yeah,
you
I'll
did.
let
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I think I
Okay,
gave you a
cool.
follow back on there. So,
Okay, beautiful, beautiful.
dude, always good to talk to you and hang. And yeah, let's get together soon.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, man.
Yeah. All right. Peace, bro.